Hi. Hi, sweet girl. Do you want to go for a hike? We get out for a ride. It's quite windy. Let's get tacked up, go for a hike, and as promised, I wanted to update you on all of the things I got. Yeah, so let's get going. So I don't know about you, but I just love having all my yard jobs done before I ride. So I sort of want to get out because I'm worrying it might start getting dark or rain, because all it has done is rain. We've had really bad flooding recently. So I have sort of compromised and I have done my hay nets, my waters and my feeds, and I've just left my stable up to dry. It's actually drying out quite well. So yes, I'll go get her and then I'm going to talk you through some of the new bits and pieces that I've got and give you a bit of like an honest review. Yeah, let's go get Callie. So none of this is like sponsored or anything. It's just stuff I bought with my own hard-earned cash. Sorry, the wind is really bad. Oh! So yeah, let's get Callie in. Hi! She's in the sand paddock today, in beside her boyfriend, Jim Jam. Having a nice time. Ready for a happy hike in the wind? Oh, good girl. Are you coming? Callie, come on. Come on, we can get some grass afterwards. And don't worry, the barn door is open. There's a horse stable today, so Jimmy can't see a buddy. He's not on his lonesome. But yes, what I have noticed is that Callie's little go faster stripe isn't quite cutting the mustard. She's getting a bit more work. So she's actually sweating up a wee bit more. So I was meant to bring up my clippers today, my little mini ones, to clip her, but I forgot the charger. So that's maybe a job for another day. So hopefully today on her hack, she doesn't get too sweaty. Yeah, that's on the to-do list. Right, eat your hay. Let's get tacked up and ready to go. First on the list, and I don't know if you can tell from the hat, I treated myself to an Equitex pad. I got the velvet in a nice brown colour. So this velvet, I can't tell you how soft this is. We have this nice little detailing. There's no straps, which is so handy. There's this lovely little grippy area to grip onto the saddle, and as you can see, there's a nice shape to it for the weather, and there's plenty of weather clearance. There's actually a like channel that runs the whole way up the numna, so as you can see, it's a lovely shape and nothing is pressing down on Callie's spine. So yes, that is the first thing on the list that I have treated myself to. Not the cheapest things, I'm gonna be honest, but I've had my eye on one for years, and honestly, now that I have seen one in the flesh, because I've bought one without seeing one in person before, I've only ever seen them on social media, nothing really compares, to be honest. So yes, this definitely has been an investment that I'm pleased about, and hopefully I will have it for a very long time. That's number one on the list. So the next company I want to talk about is Equine QR. These tags are such a brilliant idea. So they contain QR codes, and in the case of emergency, someone can scan this code and get information about yourself, your horse, medical information, contact details, and they even have one for the stable door. It's super handy if you're at a yard like myself, because someone at the yard could scan this and find out all of the information they need to care for Callie if anything was to happen to myself. So if you keep watching, I will talk about them a bit more. So the next product I want to rave about is my new stirrups. So I have never experimented with stirrups ever. I only ever had the safety ones with like the rubber bands on the outside, because they were the ones Mum would let me ride in when I was a kid, and I just never changed them. These are the Lemieux ones. Now, it doesn't have to be this brand of stirrup, okay, but I'm going to tell you about what I like. This clips off, so it's like a safety mechanism, and it clips back together again. It's got these lovely little spikes, so once you place your foot into the stirrup, I sort of check my feet, make sure they're both even, and then they sort of stay exactly in the same place for my whole ride. Something else you'll notice is they're slightly offset. You can like find your stirrup easier because it sits outwards slightly. And another thing that I love is this wide foot plate. My original one was probably about this thick, and this just gives you so much more stability when you're riding around. It feels lovely on your foot, and they're so light, lovely and lightweight, so you can just, it's less weight added to your overall tack. And yeah, I just went for the black because I am a plain Jane and I'm really loving them. I always get loads of questions about my bridle, so I'm riding Callie bitless at the moment. There is a real lack of suppliers for bitless bridles. I've mentioned this one before on my YouTube video, and yes, these are my own reins. I just think I was really unlucky with the bridle and got a dodgy pair of reins that unclipped on me one day when I was out hacking. Both sides, which is not ideal. So this is my own reins. When the bridle settled, notice like when you first get a bridle, it's quite stiff, and then once it settles, it sort of like molds into shape. So I did take it to a little man down the road, and I got him to cut the leathers here and under here, because they were too long. I would say Callie's probably like that in between size. She's not a full, she's not a cob, she'd be like in the middle. So I probably want to take the bridle back and get this little area snipped about that short. So enough that it'll tuck in, but I don't really want this extra flappage. This extra material, no, that's not right. This extra leather material sticking out because it looks a wee bit funny. So there we go. And as mentioned, I have my Equine QR safety tags. I have one on my bridle. I have one on my saddle here. And I probably should turn it around so it's a bit more accessible. Yeah, I've one on my saddle here, and I have popped one onto my boot, so that's the rider safety information. I will show you what it looks like if, let's say, I was to fall off, if Callie was to run away, or I was to be lying there maybe unconscious. I'll show you what it would look like if someone found Callie and scanned that QR code. It comes up with all of her information. As you've seen before, there's one for the stable door. It covers absolutely everything. So if one day I was ever unwell and I couldn't maybe get up to the yard and the girls up here were going to help me out and maybe sort Callie for me, they'll know what feed she's getting, the vet number, the farrier, all of the emergency contacts for her. And yeah, I just think it's absolutely fantastic. I got it in the sale. I think it was around like £30, like £30 for a real brilliant product that like keeps you safe out on the road if you're like myself and you do lots of hacking on your own on terrible windy days like this one. So yes, I'm going to stop chit-chatting and I'm going to get on, and me and Callie are going to go for a nice little hack. So yeah, and regarding the bridle and its fitting, I have it quite loose. It probably could maybe go up a hole tighter, but I sort of put it on like a head collar. I actually don't unclip this strap, and I've seen her yawning in it with a big wide mouth, and yeah, she's really enjoying it. So yes, let's go get on and go for a hack. Also, I think I'm at the stage where I need to treat myself to a phone stand. Yeah. And of course, as soon as we leave the yard, it starts to rain. Poor Callie. But you know what? She'll just be standing in her turnout paddock getting wet anyway. but this coat is like the best coat ever. It's from Ranella Equestrian, and it is honestly one of the best things I own. It keeps you and your horse lovely and dry. We've got the high vis in the back here. Oh, it actually has leg straps, which I should have clipped on. Oh no, you're definitely not meant to be there. How did you get through? Huh? What's that she be doing, Callie? Don't think there's very much we can do about it right now. We'll have a wee look when we get back. I've done my leg strap now, so my saddle and legs are gonna stay nice and dry. There, the rain has stopped, and we just passed a lovely man in a digger that stopped for us, which was lovely. And the wind has sort of died down too. Callie's all go because we've reached the halfway point and she knows we're heading home. Come on then. That's us home. Hi Jim Jam. I just need to go and muck out my little turnout paddock. Oh, you were such a good girl, even on that windy day. Good girl. So this part is the part with the lovely padding in it. Another thing that they rave about with the Equitex, and you always see them doing this, Stan Callie, in their demonstrations, is they put their hand right underneath the saddle, and like that is so easy to do. So if she was working in a nice frame and her muscle on her back was starting to grow, this pad would allow it. If the saddle was on her back and was really tight and there was no like leeway, if you understand me, then that might prevent her muscle from growing. But this has lovely clearance and it's really soft under there, and even when I'm on Callie I can get my hand right underneath, so it must feel really lovely for her back. Perfect timing. Starting to rain. Let's get in. My hands are freezing. I did have my gloves on, but we take them off for recording. But yes, let's get in. Oh. And head back home. Hello. It's a little bit further down the line. I am currently in the lab. I have just finished recording another video all about winter power side control. So if you'd like to support my small business and you enjoyed this vlog and you'd like me to be able to purchase more things for my horse and review them, get your horse a worm count, an Equisol test kit, and this is the perfect time of year to target the insisted stage of redworm. So if you need help with that, just drop me a message. So I thought, saying I'm reviewing everybody else's products, I might as well pop that in there and give myself a little bit of promotion. So thank yous all very much for watching. I am going to head in. I hope yous enjoyed this video, and I will talk to yous all soon. And if you want to learn more about equine winter power side control, keep an eye out for my next video because they'll probably be going up very close together. Thank you for watching. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now.